Hello, fellow architects, interior designers, and welcome all. I am Andrew, the co-founder and CEO of CAD COW, and I do have some very exciting news. We are expanding to the USA, and you might have caught a little bit of that information here and there on some of our social media feeds and potentially even via an email marketing campaign or something like that. But if you're kind of following along on our journey, you might have caught little snippets of that information coming at you from various angles. But I kind of want to officially announce it, I suppose, as part of our YouTube channel here, that yes, we are moving our operations and expanding into the USA. Now, if you don't know already, we are essentially a Canadian startup based in Toronto, and we've been kind of operating predominantly in the Canadian market, from coast to coast across Canada, for about just over 3 years. So this is a massive step. Now, like, we have had professionals and clients, both outside of Canada. There's a couple here and there, and they've certainly provided us great insight into, operating beyond Canada's borders. But still, this is a very kind of daunting task to, expand into such an enormous market as the USA, and we are very hopeful that's going to be providing us with, many new opportunities. But the process hasn't been easy to get there. There's actually kind of been three main tasks. So getting into the US is kind of one thing, and also doing that enables us to kind of expand to the rest of the world as well. We're not kind of putting ourselves out there too much to get a lot of attention, outside North America, but it does enable us to access different markets in different ways. Predominantly, via our payment system, a company called Stripe. If you have a Stripe account in the USA, it comes with a lot more features and functionality that enables you to do cross-border payments kind of on a larger scale, on a more international scale. So that's kind of like actually, one of the major things that has been, we've been working on to get to the US, and that is the development of our platform and the integration with Stripe. So we've been operating with Canadian Stripe and our Canadian platform. We're actually still using the same platform, but we're plugging US Stripe into the back end as well. So, I mean, it's going to be incredible. It's going to essentially enable easy and effective, cross-border payments between companies and professionals. The complexities behind the scenes can't be, underestimated. But the beauty of the whole system is that, when you're offering your services or you're receiving services from someone via the CAD COW platform, those payments, and the ability to receive money and the ability to send money is made incredibly easy via the CAD COW platform, through this amazing company called Stripe that we've integrated. So that's kind of like, the main task. We've been at it for a long time now, converting and, developing the platform and working on all the, extra integrations. The second major thing for us to get to the US was all the legal stuff. It's been quite an arduous, process, getting our user agreements up to a standard that does kind of two things, really. One, it enables people outside of Canada, particularly in the US, to access and use our platform. So the kind of, the legalities, we've been working with a law firm down there that specializes in not only kind of employment law, which is sort of like the industry in which we kind of fall in, this kind of human resourcing kind of option where, or it's kind of like a service industry offering, right? So, we kind of fall into that umbrella, I suppose, if you will, but also corporate law as well. So we've had, been working with corporate and employment lawyers in the US, and they've been collaborating with our Canadian lawyers as well. And, we've all been kind of, backwards and forwards of various meetings and revisions to our user agreement to kind of get that up. So that's another major component to us getting to the States. And then of course, actually like starting business in America, we have had to incorporate in the US to effectively do business there. So, thankfully that wasn't such a big task. We actually got a lot of help from our payment provider Stripe. They've got this amazing service called Atlas, which essentially enables international companies to incorporate in the US and get all set up. And, obviously we use them for our payments. So, it's all streamlined and integrated with them. It's a fantastic offering. So those are kind of the three big components we've been working on so diligently to kind of get us all to the US. Now, what does that mean for you guys? Well, I mean, for professionals on the platform, that's going to open you guys up to, I hope, so many new opportunities, right? If we've been operating in Canada, the US as a market size is essentially 10 times as big, so we're going to be, starting to do a little bit of marketing in the US and getting our name out there. And, we're really hoping that that's just going to generate new opportunities for everyone. The second component, obviously is on the client side. So if you're a company, predominantly, the companies that are using our platform are based in Canada right now. So you guys are going to have access to this enormous talent pool. We are, advertising the CAD COW platform, and people from the US and rest of the world are signing up to create profiles. So you essentially now have access to all those people, and, it's going to continually grow. And, there's going to be all these amazing new architects, interior designers, technologists, and all sorts of different professionals that you'll now be able to access very easily and, be able to collaborate with them easier, be able to pay them easily. Essentially, we're trying to make it as easy as possible for companies, individuals to work together. And, that's now happening soon on a kind of a whole North American scale and kind of starting to dabble with an international scale as well. So it's pretty mind-blowing, really. So I think that kind of covers it for now. We are still sort of dotting some I's and crossing some T's and getting some last minute kind of stuff sorted out. But we're really hoping it's going to be launching in the next couple of weeks. Fingers crossed. We've been kind of delaying this process, for a little bit now because there always seems to be some sort of hurdle that we didn't foresee that we're trying to, overcome. But we are working very hard to make that happen as soon as possible for everyone. And I certainly welcome you to stay tuned by subscribing to this YouTube channel and like this button if you kind of like what you hear. And follow us on our other social media platforms like Instagram and generally sign up via the platform if you haven't done so already. Professionals can come through our sign up process and start to join us on our startup adventure. So it's going to be very exciting this next phase. And, if you're a client, if you're a company looking to add people to your team, CAD COW is definitely the place to come, and you can book a free demo with us, via cadcow.com. There's plenty of links and things like that to connect with us, and chances are you'll end up talking to yours truly here. So don't feel afraid to reach out to us, and thank you very much, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, bye.